Ty Talker Web is back, baby. Okay, we're doing game day traditions and superstitions. On my game day, I like to grill steaks, ribs, some kind of a beef product, whatever. Usually hit the gym before the game, kind of loosen up because I'm getting a little nervous. Before the big games, I like to grab the Old Faithful, the old Alabama sweatshirt I had to retire I was telling you about. I had to order a new one because that game's been through a lot of games and it's falling apart. So I like to always wear the Old Faithful shirt, especially in the big games, big SEC games against LSU. Tennessee doesn't count, Auburn doesn't count. But the big ones, the SEC championship, you know, the teams that could actually beat us. Maybe Auburn will be better this year. No, probably not. But anyway, that's what I like to do. I like to watch it with friends. Since I moved to Arizona, or the Air Force moved to Arizona, I can't watch it with as many friends, so I usually watch it at the house with my little girl. But if you're going to do those things, we all get superstitions. There's all things that, you know, we all do because we think it'll help our team win. And yes, a lot of times it does help your team win. I'm just there to say. A lot of the things that you do, you have your seating arrangement. If you're sitting with friends, you have your seating arrangements. The big games you win, you always sit there. Like I like sitting on the left side of the couch, or you know, since I moved here, I like the right side. I don't switch it up unless you're losing, and then it's time to take drastic measures. Then you got to switch it up. Sometimes the gray T-shirt's not doing it, so you got to just take it off. Maybe take your shirt off. I don't know. I just switched to another Bama shirt because sometimes that helps things win. Helps us win. Crucial third downs during those games, you want to stand up if you're with friends and grab shoulders. That's what I usually do. That's a big thing. A lot of times you'll get on your knee. A guy named Philly Don from Morris, he would get on his knees and I think he would pray. I'm not really sure. He would do a lot of Hail Marys. One of my buddies, he would grab your shoulder and grab his alcohol, and he'd stand up and have to squeeze your shoulders. That's where the whole shoulders thing with me comes from. I'm always a big guy on standing up on third downs, especially in crucial games. Me and my buddy Josh would always stand up and grab shoulders. Me and Mark would do the same thing. So yeah, sometimes you have these traditions you have to kind of hold on to because it helps you win, or you think it does. And you have your phrases too. Like I like to scream Jesus, you know. Or my favorite one is the Vince Lombardi quote. You know, what the hell are we doing out there? And I throw my hands, or I'm like, oh my God, like I do one of those and yell. I get real vocal. Those are my favorite go-to phrases when I get angry or when things are not going our way. That I like to say. Everybody has their own things they like to say. My dad, Bop Webb always says, remember playing piss poor. Piss poor. That's one of his favorites. Or he does one of his, he puts his hand up here and he goes, gosh, and he lowers his head. That's when you know Bama's in trouble. You know, when he does that or walks in the kitchen to get another glass of water or something or tea, that's when you know Bama's in trouble. You got to hunker down, batten the hatches down. You know, that's when all hell's breaking loose. Other great moments have come out of the stand up with your friends and squeeze shoulders. I mean, let's think about it. You know, the 2009 fourth quarter against Texas when when Texas was making the comeback and Anders sacked the quarterback, knocked the ball loose. Huge play. Another great one was 2009 when Cody blocked 2 field goals from Lincoln, the kicker, Tennessee kicker. The last one he blocked was huge. It probably saved us the season and helped us get to the national championship game. Yes, I didn't grab shoulders. 2009 was a rough-ass year for me. So I walked into the bathroom, was taking a poop because I said the game was over, and I was wrong. Another great one was the 2011 game versus LSU, the whole national championship game. That was a whole grab your shoulders and pray. You were pacing. You were speaking in tongues. You were probably doing all kinds of things in that one. Another one was, I think it was correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was the 2011 game, or 2012 game, or maybe it was 2011. But I think it was the 2012 game versus LSU when Yeldon, the last 15 seconds, he eluded 2 tacklers and ran to the end zone with 15 seconds left to win the game. That's a huge one. Another big one that you were grabbing shoulders. I remember I was crawling on the floor I was praying. I was pacing. I was beating the table. Was the 2011 SEC Championship game against Georgia. That was probably one of the most intense SEC Championship games I've ever seen. And I was doing all kinds of weird stuff. I did stuff that game. I think I got down in like the birthing position, like I was giving birth to a baby and had my legs up in the air where the cool air was like just, I could feel it on my stink hole. Because that was one hell of a game, boys. That was another big one. Another one was the whole first national championship game against Clemson in the fourth quarter. We were grabbing shoulders, we were praying, we were cussing, there was all kinds of weird things going on. I think at one point another dude at the game tried to kiss me on the mouth when Kenyon Drake ran the kickoff back for a touchdown. I can't remember. It was a great night, but you know, these are little things that we all do as Bama fans to try to help our team win. You know, seating arrangement is big. Like I said, a lot of times, talking at halftime, like I call my dad and we game plan. We basically act like coaches and say what we're going to do for the second half. That's another big one. Whatever your game day traditions are, you know, we all have them. This is some of mine and some of mine that my friends do. I know my buddy Satch would pick me up like a baby. He would do that because he thought that brought really good luck. There's a lot of different things that you do. Sorry about the lack of videos last week. We've been really crazy, really busy here personally this week in Arizona. I'm going to come out with another video probably late tomorrow or the day after. So be watching for that. Thanks for watching. I'll holler at you later.